Hey everyone, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to follow and then use the Key Club Hours Excel spreadsheet that you should be able to access through OneDrive. So to start, you want to open an email like this from Laura. You should have gotten it during the actual club last Wednesday on the 3rd. So once you see this kind of email, you want to see something that says open key member hours dot xlsx. So hit, no, not that. Hit follow, and it'll take you to your OneDrive. I'm already signed in, so it bypassed all that. But basically, you would sign in usually, and then you hit follow. Once you hit follow, you should get a notification up here, and that means you're following it. So to access it, you go to the SharePoint thing. Carey Academy dot, I think it's, I don't even know actually, Academy.SharePoint. So once you do that, you go here, go to your OneDrive, and then go to follow documents. So this is the Key Club Hours thing. So to see it, you simply just hit it, and you will see this. So right now, a bunch of people have already entered in their hours, or some of their hours, so you can see everyone's things, and all the categories are pretty self-explanatory. So name, grade, if you have summer hours, the event, if it's Key Club event, individual event, I'll explain that in a second, and then eventually you'll get all added up. The sum thing will happen. Laura will make sure that becomes a thing. So to actually enter in your hours, you'll just go down to this bottom thing. Here's hours, here's the link to the survey, and you'll copy this link into your browser. So once you do that, you go to it, and once it loads, eventually. Okay, so then you enter in your hours. It's pretty self-explanatory. But for summer hours, also this is only for returning members. So even if you're a sophomore or junior, you cannot enter in your summer hours unless you were a member last year for the full year, and you got your required hours last year. So if you are a returning member, go ahead and submit your summer hours right away because we're going to put a deadline on that. But let's say you are submitting summer hours, you put in 15. Even if you did more than 15 hours, only put in 15. If you only did 1 hour, obviously only put 1 hour. You put 15 in, and then you'd fill out everything as if it was an individual event. So let's say you were tutoring, which is actually what I did. Put that in there, and you can say, I tutored several kids in math this summer at their houses privately. Something like that, okay. So then you put in a contact name. Just put my mom's name in there for the time being, but you want to put like your real contact name. So if there's like a parent or something like that, that would be a good contact name. So you put that in there. For now, we'll just call this person Bob. And then put in like a number. So 55589. I'll just put the date, number of hours, and then your name. Make sure when you put your name in, you put your full name. So do not put in just Neil. Obviously, don't put in Neil, but don't put in your first name because otherwise will mess up the part, and we don't want that. So yeah, once you do all that, you just hit submit, and it'll all work. It might not show up right away on this thing, but don't worry because eventually it will show up. Laura will either have to do something manually or it maybe just takes a little bit of time. But to enter in a Key Club event, and now this is also very important, get rid of it. To enter in a Key Club event, you'll hit the drop down menu and you'll be able to see everything that Key Club has sponsored in terms of events for the past week. So we had a baseball tournament 2 weekends ago. We haven't taken it off yet because we're still introducing this, but we had a baseball tournament. And since it's a Key Club sponsored event, you can skip all this stuff and just go into the day and the hours. So you did one shift, which is like 3 hours, and your money. So that's pretty much it. But the thing about Key Club sponsored events is that you only have a week to enter in your hours after having done the event. So if you're doing the Fall Harvest Special Needs Dance, you have until September 12th to enter it in. Actually, I think Laura takes them off every Sunday, so you have until the 14th. But basically, yeah, you have a week. After that, Laura's going to take off this option on the survey, and you won't be able to get credit for the hours. We're trying to implement this whole accountability and individualism system here because last year, like I said, we had only 1,300 hours as a club, entered at the deadline. But after I kind of tracked a few people down and got people to enter in their hours, we had like 2,200 or something like that. So make sure you enter your hours in as soon as you volunteer. So yeah, as soon as you do that, it'll show up here, and that's how you check your hours. You can access this spreadsheet through any computer as long as you just go to your OneDrive. But that's why you have to follow it, because if you don't, you won't be able to see it. And again, you just go to your OneDrive, go to follow documents, and it'll be there. So yeah, email Laura and or I if you have questions. Thanks.